Alright, so it's recorded now. So it's recording now. So form a quadratic equation with the roots of a and also 2 over a. Jadi sekarang kamu punya roots, you are given these two things, a and also 2 over a. If we are talking about this question kan, you want to find your quadratic equation, you must try to recall that there is actually a formula that is involved, right? Apa formula yang involved kat sini oh? The formula that you were going to recall is that x square minus sum of roots x and then plus a product of roots and then equals 0. So itu adalah formula yang kamu mesti recall. Okay, because question asks you to form a quadratic equation. And then when you can recall this formula, then automatically you can nampak, oh, you must find the sum of roots and also you must find the product of roots. Okay, so itu mesti menjadi idea yang pertama. So how are we going to find the sum of roots? So in this case, sum of roots means that you have to add up these two roots. So sum of roots is equals to your a tambah dengan 2 per a plus 2 over a. Okay, and then try to just do some simplification over here lah. So you can dapat a square plus 2 over a. Is that okay? And then let us look at product of roots pula. Okay, product of roots. Your product of roots is your hasil darab. Okay, hasil darab punca. So it means that you have a multiplied by 2 over a. Okay, a multiplied by 2 over a. We should get a and a can be crossed off. So you can dapat 2. So that is your sum of roots and product of roots. Anybody has a problem here? Janice, are you okay? You can follow? Can Alright. So now, what happened next is that you are going to put everything to the formula. So you got the x square minus sum of roots, x and then plus product of roots equals to 0. And always remember kan, dia punya formula mesti macam ni. Dia mesti tolak dulu, lepas tu baru tambah. Okay, jangan get confused lah. And don't buat dua-dua tu tambah ataupun dua-dua tu tolak. Okay, so the first one must be minus, the second one must be plus. So itu adalah formula dia. So now what we do is that you have to put x square minus the sum of roots, which is this one. Kamu masukkan dalam you punya equation ataupun formula kamu, a square plus 2 over a. Alright, and then you have an x plus product of roots, which is equals to 2 and then equals to 0. Alright. Now, logically lah, you bagi tahu cikgu untuk nampak soalan macam ni kan, takkan nak biarkan jawapan macam tu kan, betul tak? You have to actually multiply everything by a. Alright, so kita akan cuba darabkan semua tu dengan a supaya kamu akan hilangkan a kamu. So now everything you multiply by a. So what do I get in the first place? The first place, I'm gonna get ax square, okay, and then minus. Now this one becomes in bracket, a square plus 2, okay, and then you have an x. Sebenarnya ini dalam bentuk bracket ya, supaya kamu tak keliru dengan minus sign tu. Jangan pindah minus sign ke dalam lah, biarkan macam tu saja, okay. And then plus 2a, and it equals to 0. That's it, okay. Itu sajalah jawapan kamu. Is that part alright? Because question says that give your answer in your general form, dalam bentuk general form. So general form, this is the general form lah. Cuma dalam case ni, a tu tak ada, okay. And then the question doesn't ask you to find a pun actually. Just write your answer in the general form and that's it. Okay, you don't have to find the value of a. Kalau nak cari pun tak akan dapat jumpa juga because no other information is given to you. So itu saja yang you boleh buat, right? Iman, can you follow Iman? Okay, so after this kita tengok soalan yang kedua. Now, question number 2. Alright, question number 2. Anybody can tell me what is the topic that is involved? Apa topik yang terlibat kat sini? Question number 2. A group of 150 students were selected to complete a science project in a certain number of weeks. On the second week, 4 students withdrew from the project. The next following week, another 4 students quit, and so on. Alright. Find the number of weeks in which the works was completed when only 22 students left. Yes. AP lah, this is your arithmetic progression. Apa kalau AP kamu, apa maksud D dia? What is your value of D? Very good. Your D must be -4 and then over here your A is equals to 150 kan, betul tak? So now question is asking you find the number of weeks. So maksudnya you nak cari N lah. Apa nilai N dia kan? Okay. When the work complete when only 22 students left. So 22 students left, yang ini adalah you punya TN. So that's what your TN is lah, 22. Jadi sekarang you ada banyak info kat sini ya. TN is 22. So the formula of your AP, kalau kita cerita pasal AP, formula would be TN equals to A plus N minus 1D. Alright, so that's the formula that you can use, right? So TN gantikan jadi 22 equals to your A is 150 and then plus N minus 1. N minus 1, I need to find N. Lepas tu, and then darab dengan D. D kamu adalah negative 4. Like that. Alright. So I think just pindah-pindah lah, tak susah soalan ni. Okay, so this question later on you should get n is equals to 33. Alright, cuba pindah and then cuba dapatkan nilai n kamu. Okay. So far any problem for this question? Anything you want to ask? If you want to ask anything, please don't be shy, okay? So just the four of you, alright? So tanya sajalah, mana-mana ada yang soalan tanya saja. Grace, can follow Grace? Okay, alright. So kita cuba tengok the next question pula, question number 3. Alright. So question number 3 is also a very fair example soalan dia, tak susah pun actually. Alright. So the question says that it's given that 1 and then m squared and m to the power 4, they are the first 3 consecutive terms of a geometric progression. Alright. So dia kata find the sum to infinity. So now the question is asking for sum to infinity, means that you have to recall the formula of S infinity. S infinity is equals to A over 1 minus R. Right? So itu formula yang kamu nak tahulah. So next, you know the value of A equals to 1. You know the value of R is equals to T2 over T1. So dalam case ni, this is T1, this is T2. So maksudnya M square kan. So that's your answer for R. You punya R to M square. So question says, write the sum to infinity in terms of M. Oh, substitute je lah. 1 over 1 minus M square. Is that okay? Tu je. Alright, so S infinity. Boleh lah? Sebab soalan tak minta cari M pun, and they don't give you any other things. Alright, so itu je. Yes, Ama. Okay, so question number 4. Question number 4 pun not that bad lah actually. Question number 4 pun boleh. Cuma mungkin something new lah. Okay, look at question number 4. The curve y equals to fx is such that d square y over dx square equals to 18x, right? And then you're given that dy dx is 13. So dia ada beberapa information di sini. The first one is d square y over dx square is 18x. dy dx is 13, y is 11, and x equals to 1, right? So you're asked to find the equation of the curve. You kena cari equation of the curve. Alright. Apa yang kamu tahu kat sini adalah, you know that for sure d square y over dx square is equals to 18x. Apa benda ni d square over dx square ni? Apa benda ni? Anybody remember ni? Hello Nicole. Okay, so d square y over dx square. Anybody remember what is this thing called? This thing is actually called the second derivative. Okay? Now, if this is a second derivative, means that you can find the first derivative kan? First derivative adalah dy dx. Kalau kamu differentiate dy dx, you akan dapat d square y over dx square. Okay, so itu adalah dia punya konsep, right? So means that you see kalau kamu ada y tukar jadi dy dx, maksudnya kamu differentiate. So you differentiate one time. Lepas tu dy dx tukar jadi d square y over dx square. This one you differentiate again the second time. So itu maksudnya the second derivative. Itu adalah cerita dia second derivative. Tetapi kan, kalau kita terbalikkan proses dia, from d square y over dx square, nak patah balik jadi dy dx. So means you have to integrate. Macam tu. Dan dy dx nak patah balik jadi y. You have to integrate. So that is the concept that you must hold, alright, untuk soalan ini Dia actually dah tak susah. Cuma kalau konsep ini tak strong, the differentiation and also the integration tak strong, then this question is not really that easy for you lah. So now what we'll try to do is that kita akan cuba dapatkan dy dx, d square y over dx square, tukarkan jadi dy dx. We will try to find dy dx. What happened over there? Now you have 18x. So if you try to recall, I want to integrate. Bila I integrate kan, what do I get? 18x square over 2. Betul lah? So itu adalah integration. Baru you dapat dy dx. And then this thing here is plus c. Belakang dia mesti ada plus c Remember tu, you must have a plus c at the back. Apabila kamu integrate something yang tidak ada limit kat sini, so you have to tambah a constant at the back, alright? So now I can just tell you that dy dx is equals to 9x square plus c. Okay, then you might ask me, teacher, then what is your C lah? Apa nilai C tu lah? So how do I get the value of C? It comes from this information. You nampak tak? dy dx is 13. and then x tu sama dengan 1. So dy dx tu you ganti, you substitute as 13 over here. Then you have 9 times, you have your x is equals to 1. So I put 1 square kat sini and then plus c. Alright, so I think over here you can find your value of c is equals to 4. So since you get your c equals to 4, so cikgu boleh tulis balik dy dx is equals to 9x square plus 4. Alright, done. But then this is only dy dx. Soalan minta apa? The question asks for the equation of the curve. Equation of the curve, normally kamu kena cari y equals to blah blah blah. So what is your y? Now again, tadi kita baru cerita satu step you only integrate the first part. So lepas integration dapat ni dy dx. Then what happen is that dy dx you have to change to become y lagi. So kalau nak tukar jadi y, kamu kena integrate lagi. Okay, so when you integrate, what do I get here? I will get 9x cubed over 3 plus 4x and then plus c. I remember masih ada c tu lagi. Okay, you still have a c there, alright? So now, just do a bit of simplifying. Y equals to 3x cubed plus 4x plus c. Okay, and then again, apa nilai c? So sekarang you ada nilai ni. Y equals to 11, x equals to 1. So why not just substitute kat sini. 11 equals to 3 times 1 cubed plus 4 times 1 and then plus c. Okay? So when you have done this one, you should get c is equals to 4. So bila macam tu kan, then your answer will become y equals to 3x cubed plus 4x plus 4. Settle, right? So that's your answer for question number 4. Right. Now, anybody has a problem from the whole step, okay? So I'm gonna scroll very slowly, okay? So kita akan go through another time, okay? So kalau kamu ingat, when you are having your y kat sini, I'm just gonna highlight a bit Kalau you ada y, okay, if you have y, you want to change to dy dx. Apa you nak buat? You kena differentiate. Lepas tu dy dx nak tukar jadi d square y over dx square, you have to differentiate. So that's why yang d square y over dx square ni, we call it as the second derivative. This is the second derivative. Sebab kamu differentiate dua kali. Yang ini adalah first derivative. Okay, itu maksudnya. So after that kan, because the question given you, the question gives you this one. Dia bagi tahu yang ni. They give you d square y over dx square. So maksudnya kamu kena terbalikkan proses dia. So bila you terbalikkan proses dia, so now you have to integrate. So that's why this part here is integration. Lepas tu patah balik lagi, integration also. So this one is also integration. Alright. Hi May. Okay, sudah. You punya internet connection. Are you okay? Okay, alright. Okay. Have you printed it out, May? Dah print dah? Not yet. Oh, okay. Alright. So kita tengok soalan ni lah. Actually, I have already talked about this question, but since May baru masuk kan, cikgu ulang balik lah. Cikgu ulang balik soalan ni. Okay, soalan ini, kalau kamu tengok soalan ni, alright, the curve y equals to fx is such that d square y over dx square equals to 18x. Okay, given that dy dx equals to 13, y equals to 11, and when your x equals to 1, find the equation of the curve. So bila soalan nak cari equation, maksudnya May, kamu kena cari ni. Okay, you have to find that y equals to something, right? Tapi kan, kamu kena faham, dalam konsep you punya differentiation kan, initially you ada satu equation y. Y tu tukar jadi dy dx, means that you differentiate, okay? Ini maksudnya differentiate, that's why I said there is first derivative. Lepas tu, kalau kamu differentiate lagi, you akan dapat d square y over dx square. Alright, so that is why we call it as the second derivative. But then, this question kan, dia bagi benda yang bawah ni. They give you d square y over dx square. So, bila kamu nak dapatkan you punya y tu, maksudnya you kena go backwards. You have to actually go backwards, means that you have to move up. You kena naik atas, you kena naik atas. So, when you move up, that's when you have integration. So, from d square y over dx square, integrate dapatlah dy dx. From dy dx, integrate dapatlah y. So, itu yang cikgu buat sekarang. So, now d square y over dx square. Let us look at this one. You have this part. D square y over dx square equals to 18x. So, now what you do is that you integrate benda tu. Dapatlah dy dx. 18x square over 2 plus c. Then, this one is just some simplifying. 2 and 18 boleh potong. Dapatlah 9x square plus c. Alright. Remember belakang tu mesti tambah c. Then after that, you have to actually just substitute the value of dy dx yang diberi. So, dy dx is 13 and then your x is 1. So, bila you substitute kat sini, then you akan dapat c is equals to 4. Alright. So, dapat c equals to 4. Then tulis balik. dy dx is equals to 9x square plus 4. Okay Now lepas tu dy dx kamu kena tukar jadi y balik. So now this is the next step. The next level, you kena integrate sekali lagi. So when you integrate, what do you get? 9x cubed over 3 plus 4x plus c. So that's what you get here. Okay, this one simplify, dapat 3. So that's how you get 3x squared plus 4x plus c. And then at the end of the day, you kena cari nilai c ni. You have to find the value of c. So just gantikan nilai x dan juga nilai y. Nilai y boleh dapat daripada soalan dia. So nilai y is equals to 11. Okay, just put it in there. So I'm going to get c equals to 4. So tulis balik. Itulah persamaan garis lurus kamu. Okay Alright. Now, if you have any other problem, please do ask. Okay, kalau ada soalan mau tanya, tanya lah. Janice, you have anything to ask? So far no? Understand? Can understand? Okay, so look at question number 5, right? Okay. So later on, I will cikgu akan bagi kamu yang ni. Okay, I give you this one. Don't worry lah, cikgu akan bagi yang ni dengan jawapan dia sekali lah. If you don't have time to copy down, tak apa, cikgu akan bagi dengan jawapan sekali. So now, question number 5. Question 5 is a very kebat soalan. Soalan yang sangat kebat, soalan 5 ni. Okay. This question here, to be honest, I have never seen it before. I'm not sure about you. Nicole, 你有做过这样的题目吗？你有做过这一个 set 了吗 Nicole？ 这个 set 是 SBP 2020的。Okay, so if you are looking at this particular set kan, what you have done the first 4 questions to me is actually quite simple. Dia agak simple lah. Tapi bila nampak soalan 5 ni kan, nampak macam simple lah. Tapi actually it's not lah. It's not that simple, right? So there are a lot of things that you have to really look at this one, right? Question says that the diagram shows there are 2 curves, y equals to hx, and also another one is y equals to gx, and the tangent to the curve. Alright. Perkara yang pertama sekali kan, the first thing that you must know is that when we talk about tangent, that is actually your straight line kan? The straight line that pass through your curve at that particular point. So sekarang you ada straight line ni. You have this straight line. Okay, I'm gonna put it in red. Okay, itu satu. Satu lagi kat bawah ni. Okay, maybe I put it in blue lah. Like that. Okay, you have these 2 straight line, right? Those are your tangent. Itu maksudnya tangent kamu. That is your tangent, right? And then when you have tangent, or when x equals to 0, so it means that at this particular point, the value of x is 0. That is correct lah. The x is equals to 0. So now what happened is that you have to know what is the gradient for tangent. Hi Mai. What is the gradient for tangent here? Yang warna biru tu. Apa gradient for tangent? How do I find the gradient of the tangent? The gradient of the tangent over here, kalau kamu tengok daripada you punya persamaan ni kan, does it seem to be like y equals to mx plus c kah? Nampakkah bentuk y equals to mx plus c? So if you see that y equals to mx plus c, so basically you can nampak m tu sama dengan 1. That m is equals to 1. So therefore I can say that over here your gradient of tangent is equals to 1. So I'm going to just put gradient of tangent. Gradient of tangent is equals to 1. Okay? And then this one pula, yang bahagian yang merah tu, the red line pula. The red line same thing. Sebab nilai 1 dekat sini, so therefore the gradient of the tangent for your gx, the tangent of your gx pun sama dengan 1 juga. Alright. Is that so far okay? Boleh ikut? That's the first part of this particular diagram, right? Then the question says that the 2 tangent lines are parallel, right? And the gradient of the tangent line at P is 1. Dia dah bagi tahu dah the gradient of tangent, okay, sama dengan 1. But actually it's not at P lah, it's actually at your point C lah sepatutnya, okay? Tapi P tu pun cikgu cari tadi, tak jumpa mana P dia, right? So I think should be a bit of typo lah, at point C lah, I think. This is at point C. Okay, ataupun at your y-intercept, right? So it's actually 1 now. So the question says that it's given that, this one is a terrible thing. It's given that fx equals to hx over gx. You are asked to find f prime 0. Okay. Fx equals to hx over gx. Right, so this is your fx. Fx equals to hx over gx. And then you're asked to find f prime 0. So kalau kamu nak cari f prime kan, maksudnya apa kat sini? Maksudnya you have to differentiate kan? Kamu kena differentiate. you have to differentiate that fx. Kamu kena differentiatekan fx, lepas tu gantikan nilai x dia sama dengan kosong. Itu maksudnya. Kena differentiate you punya fx, and then substitute your value of x equals to 0. So itu maksud dia sebenarnya. Alright? Okay. Now, this is the tricky part. When I have fx equals to hx over gx, how do I differentiate benda ni? Itu adalah satu part yang sangat-sangat serius. Okay, so how do I differentiate this part? Alright, this thing here is something that I say very smart. Cikgu dia buat soalan ni memang pandai. Okay, so how do I put this one? Right, tengok Kalaulah cikgu ada fx, kalaulah kan, cikgu ada fx sama dengan x tambah 2 bahagi dengan x tolak 1. Macam mana cikgu nak differentiate ni? Okay, think of the idea now. If I have fx equals to x plus 2 over x minus 1, how do I differentiate this thing? Anyone want to try? X squared plus 2x. Differentiate. May. Tidak. Tidak, bukan dia bukan zero. Ya, May. One pun bukan. Ama betul. Ama punya konsep betul. Yes, U and V. Kalau you masih ingat kan, ini atas tu U, bawah tu V kan? Macam tu. Masih ingat lagi? Okay. So, kalau kamu bagi tahu atas tu U, bawah tu V, apa formula dia? Masih ingat tak? V du dx minus U dv dx over V square. Betul? Okay, now imagine sekarang x tambah 2 tu cikgu tukar jadi hx. Lepas tu x minus 1 tu cikgu tukar jadi apa? Jadi gx. Like that. So, boleh ganti dalam formula ke? So, how do I put in the formula? V tu adalah gx. Okay, so you tengok. So, look here. If I want to differentiate f prime x kan? Okay, f prime x, what do I get here? Cikgu akan dapat, cuba kamu tengok V ni. V ni, siapa V? Gx kan? So, kita akan gunakan Gx. Right? So, what happen is that you akan anggap yang atas tu U, yang bawah tu V. Like that. Okay? So, when you have done that one, then you akan masukkan semua dalam formula. So, you will have Gx, and then du dx. Du dx, kalau you ingat, apa maksud du dx ni? Du dx is that you differentiate your U. Kamu differentiate U kamu. Okay? So, bila you differentiate U tu apa jadi? H prime x. Kan? Bila you differentiate you punya U tu, you akan dapat H prime x. So far masih okay? Okay, and then, what happen next? Minus ikut. U tu apa? Hx. Lepas tu, dv dx. Maksudnya kamu differentiate yang bawah ni. So, dapatlah G prime x. And then lastly, everything divide by V square, which is Gx square. Masih dapat? Cuma dalam kes ni kan, dia bagi dalam bentuk hx and gx. Dia tak bagi tahu dalam bentuk x and y ataupun dia punya function. Dia tak bagi tahu function. Dia cuma bagi tahu simbol je. They give you h and also g in this case. Alright? Okay, now let me ask you one question. Okay. Sekiranya cikgu nak cari f prime 0. Kalau nak cari f prime 0 kan, maksudnya kamu kena gantikan G0 kan? X tu semua jadi kosong. Lepas tu H prime 0. And then minus, sorry. Okay, and then minus H0 G prime 0 over G0 square. Macam tu lah. Okay. Oh, dahsyat soalan ni. What is G0 ah? Kalau kamu tengok atas ni. This is GX kan? Ini GX yang cikgu akan buat dalam bentuk yang warna hijau ni ah. Ini graf kamu. Ini GX. Kalau G0, apa jawapan dia? What do you think? Kalau G0 maksudnya nilai X dia kosong kan? Nilai X dia kosong, betul tak? C kan? Betul meh? C ya? Yes, G0 is C. Very good. Lepas tu kalau tengok bawah ni pula, yang warna merah, cikgu lukis yang curve warna merah ni. This is HX kan? Kalau HX kamu punya curve macam ni, so apalah H0? Negative C. Yes. Ini banyak benda ni dekat soalan ni, banyak perkara ni. Okay? So you have your G0 is C, you have your H0 is negative C. And tell me, apakah you punya H inverse and G inverse? H inverse and G inverse, what do you think? G inverse pula. H prime and G prime, my bad. G prime. Kamu tahu H prime tu differentiation kan? Differentiate kan? Lepas tu G prime pun differentiate, betul tak? So apa jadi? Anybody? No idea. Oh. Okay, let me ask you. Is this dy dx kan? Kan? Differentiation kan? Kan? Okay. Dy dx tu apa? Gradient kan? Apa gradient ni? 1 kan? So maksudnya ni 1, ini pun 1. Okay kan? So many things lah dekat soalan ni Soalan ni sangat susah. I mean, sangat susah untuk cikgu explain ni. Okay, macam ni lah online. It's very difficult also for me to explain for this particular question. Soalan-soalan macam ni lah. Soalan yang lain-lain tu okay. Right now over here, what happened is that kita dah tahu dah. Nilai G0 is C, H0 is negative C, H prime 0 is 0, H prime 0 is 1, G prime 0 is 1. So kita ganti masuk dalam formula tadi G0 tadi apa? C. Lepas tu H prime 0 tadi apa? 1. Lepas tu minus H0 is negative C. Lepas tu G prime 0 is 1. And then over C square. G0 is C tadi kan? Okay, so apa tinggal di atas ni? C plus C. Kan? Apa jawapan C plus C? 2C lah. 2C over C square. And then cuba permudahkan. Dapatlah jawapan dia 2 over C. Yes. So this is the question, alright? 3 markah aja sebenarnya. Tapi dia punya konsep ni, alright? Okay. So anybody want to ask anything? You can ask. I will try my best. Okay, I will try my best to repeat if you cannot get it. Okay, Nicole, 你能够接受吗 Nicole? Mai satu macam mana Mai? Okay, alright. Okay. Now, if lah in exam kan, soalan macam ni kan, 3 markah kan, to me, yalah, it is really out of the norm. Dia sangat jauh daripada normal, okay? Maybe you have to try other questions first lah untuk soalan macam ni for questions like this okay? Alright. Kalau kamu dah pernah tengok soalan macam ni, dan jangan lupa lah, itu saja, okay? Because in Addmath, banyak sangat bentuk soalan yang boleh dikeluarkan. Tapi remember lah one thing dia tak semua soalan dia macam ni. Not every question is difficult like this, right? There are also easy questions yang kamu boleh buat punya. So don't worry so much on this part. Yang soalan-soalan begini maybe is out of the blue je, okay? So maybe in 25 questions you nampak 2-3 soalan tu biasalah. 2 or 3 questions like this kan. Memang biasalah tu Alright. So after this kita tengok soalan yang ke-6, right? Question number 6, patah balik pada soalan yang simple dah, tak susah dah soalan number 6, right? So question number 6, quite easy, not that bad, right? So over here, the function a is defined by a equals to 1 over 2x squared and then in bracket x plus 2. So your job is to find dA dx. Kamu kena cari dA dx. So yang pertama sekali, dA dx I think should be fine kan? Macam mana you nak dapatkan a ni? You kena darab masuk actually you have to actually expand. So when you expand this one, what do you get here? A is equals to 1 over 2x cube. Okay, 1 over 2x cube and then plus x square. Okay, so itu adalah benda yang kamu dapat lepas kamu expand. Tapi bila you expand, tak bermaksud kamu dah differentiate kan. So now baru kamu differentiate. dA dx. Okay. 3 move it to the front. 3 over 2x square plus 2x. And then that's it. Okay, itulah jawapan dia. Soalan-soalan macam ni lah yang kita kena target untuk dapat full mark dalam exam. Jangan biar kosong. Okay, questions like this, the easy ones, please do lah. Yang susah tu I understand, right? Because that is really difficult, right? So kita tengok soalan 6A selesai, 6B pula. When I talk about approximate change in A, Janice, you tell me, what do you remember? Kalau approximate change tu apa cerita dia? Oh, bentuk S yang pelik tu. Nama dia delta. Delta, okay? Delta, boleh ah? This is yang bentuk S yang pelik tu. Delta. Delta A kan? So, sekarang kamu nak cari delta A, okay? And then, they say that X changes by P% of 2. Apa maksud P% of 2? Okay, kalau lah cikgu tak guna P tu, katakan cikgu kata 2% of 2. Apa nombor tu? Berapa nombor 2% of 2? Apa jawapan 2% of 2? So, what do you do? 2% times 2. Apa nilai dia? 0.04, right? Very good. So, ini dapat 0.04. So, apa yang kamu akan buat kat sini adalah, kamu ada 2% tu, maksudnya 2 over 100 kan, betul? 2 over 100 times 2. So, now you should get 0.04. Ini kalau dia bagi 2%. Inilah kita namakan sebagai the small change. Itulah you punya small change dalam kes ni. Okay, May, ada soalan mau tanya? Okay, so kalau dia kata X changes by P, so artinya kan benda ni bermaksud small change of X. Small change of X is P% of 2. P% of 2 artinya P over 100 times 2. Okay? P% of 2. So sama juga macam case tadi, cikgu kata 2% of 2 means it's 2 over 100. So kalau dia P% of 2, maksudnya dia P over 100 and then multiply by 2. So bila you buat macam tu kan, you should be able to get 0.02p. Okay, 0.02p. So this is your delta X. Itu adalah small change in X. Alright? So when you have small change in X, dah ada small change in your area yang kamu nak cari. So the formula is actually delta A over delta X is equivalent to dA over dx. Okay, delta A over delta X, dA dx. So next part is pindahkan delta X ni ke sebelah. Bring it over to the right hand side. Sebab kamu nak cari delta A kan? So delta A equals to dA dx multiplied by delta X. So far still okay, dapat ikut lagi. Dapat Okay, so dA dx yang kamu dah dapat dah tadi, yang ni. Okay, dA dx sambung saling kat bawah tu. So you akan dapat 3 over 2x square plus 2x. 3 over 2x square plus 2x. And then multiply by delta x tadi adalah 0.02. So you can put as 0.02 p. Okay, ada p situ. What is the value of x yang kamu boleh gantikan dalam case ni? What do you think? What is the value of x? Anybody want to guess? Apa nilai x dia? Zero? Amalia? What do you think? Not sure. Sebab selalunya kan, you nampak soalan ni, dia kata x changes from, kan? Kan? Kadang-kadang dia cakap macam ni kan? 5 to 4.99. Betul tak? Soalan dia kata macam ni kan? So, you can nampak nilai x tu adalah 5. Betul lah? Tapi kalau you nampak soalan ni, dia kata x changes by p% of 2. Maksudnya, nilai x tu sama dengan 2. Yes. That x is equal to 2. Alright, not? So, bila dia tahu x tu sama dengan 2, then kamu akan gantikan nilai x kat bawah tu sama dengan 2. So, artinya 3 over 2 times 2 square plus 2 times 2 and then times 0.02p. Okay, do me a favor, cuba kira apa jawapan kamu dapat sini. This one, kirakan, lepas tu darab dengan 0.02. If you find anything that you tak faham ataupun you rasa cikgu laju sangat, you let me know. I will try my best to go as slowly as possible, okay? 0.2p, very good. So your final answer is 0.2p. Selesai, okay? So that's your answer for question B, huh? Alright. Do you guys know that you punya your schooling is until 9 je kan? Do you guys nampak dah surat tu? Ada nampak surat tu? Ada kan? Ada kan? Tapi I don't know lah. I think maybe pengetua akan minta balik buat kelas tambahan jugalah, okay? Because the other day kan yang Riam ni, cikgu kan kata ada nak buat satu hari Isnin kan. But I told pengetua cakap mungkin dia akan buat jadual ni. So I don't know about jadual baru dia lah. Okay? So maybe bukan hari Isnin, maybe hari Isnin, I'm not sure. Sebab pengetua kata dia akan buat jadual untuk semua subjek. Probably dia kata. Ha? Okay? So that is for your info lah. Right, next question number 7. Kita tengok question number 7. Okay, question number 7, right? Question number 7. It is given that kx is a function such that x equals to 7 plus kx over 3 minus kx. And kamu kena cari yang ni, k inverse. Ini k inverse lah, maksudnya inverse function. And then kamu kena gantikan nilai 2 ke dalam you punya inverse function. So, first of all, macam mana nak cari inverse for k? Let y kan? Tapi bolehkah let y terus equals to 7 plus kx? Boleh macam tu? What do you think? No lah kan? You mesti cari kx tu sebagai subject dulu kan? You have to change your kx to become subject first, right? So change your kx to become subject. Okay, cikgu padam semua ni. Change kx to become subject dulu. So cikgu keluarkan x is equals to 7 plus kx and then over 3 minus kx. Okay, I keluarkan this one. And then apa nak buat sekarang? Kamu kena pindahkan 3 minus kx ke atas. Okay, so what do you get here? 3x minus x times kx. That equals to 7 plus kx. Alright. Now your job is to group up your kx dengan kx. Kamu kena kumpulkan kx dengan kx. Mei, ada soalan mau tanya, Mei? Oh, okay. Right, so you have to kumpulkan kx dengan kx. Maksudnya apa? Maksudnya you kena pindahkan yang ni ke belakang. Kalau cikgu pindah ke belakang lah supaya senang you nampak dia positif. 7 pindah ke depan supaya you nampak semua tu dalam positive value lah. Okay, it looks nicer that way, right? It looks nicer that way lah. Okay, so next what happen is that you akan dapat kx plus x kx. Okay, and then equals to 3x minus 7. Okay. So cikgu tukar tempat je sekarang. Next, keluarkan kx. Factorize the kx out. Okay, open up a bracket 1 plus x. Then equals to 3x minus 7. And then I think you know what to do next. You kena pindahkan 1 plus x ke sebelah. So you should get kx equals to 3x minus 7 over 1 plus x. Alright. Dapat sudah kx kan? So, I want you to find k inverse 2 for me. I give you 5 minutes. Cuba buat sekarang. Okay. Dah dapat dah kx, cuba inversekan dia. Cuba inversekan kx ni. Inversekan kx. Cari k inverse dulu. Right? And then gantikan x tu jadi 2. Do it. Try. 5 minutes, I'm going to call some of you to answer. Anyone got the answer already? K inverse 2. Oh, okay, yes, Ammar. Yeah. Yes, very good. K inverse 2 is 9. Very good. Okay, dapat sudah. Okay. The rest, May, okay, May? Okay. You have a pencil and a pen with you lah, ada kan? Ada lah, okay, okay. Ada calculator, May? Ada. Because last week kamu dekat rumah uncle kan? This week kamu dekat mana? You at home kan? Rumah aja. Okay, okay. Okay, tak apa. So kita buat yang ni sama-sama lah. Okay, so K inverse X. What we're gonna do is that kita akan cuba inversekan yang bahagian atas tu. So I'll just wrap this everything off. Okay. So kita akan cuba let Y. Yang kamu kata tadi lah. So let Y equals to 3x minus 7 over 1 plus x. Okay. So now what happens is that you kena dapatkan x tu sebagai subject. You have to change the x become subject. So means you have to move this 1 plus x over to the left hand side dulu. So dapatlah Y times 1 plus x times 1 plus x and then equals to 3x minus 7. Is that step okay, May? Boleh ikut? Yes, okay. So can I just expand? Masukkan ke dalam. So dapatlah y plus xy. Boleh lah, then equals to 3x minus 7. Next, you want to get the x as a subject. So maksudnya you kena kumpulkan x dengan x. You have to just move your x to your x. So maksudnya kumpulkan. 3x ni pindah ke sebelah sini. This y pindah ke belakang. Alright, so what next is you akan dapat xy minus 3x and then equals to negative 7 minus y. Then kamu boleh factorize you punya x out. So factorize the x out, dalam tu tinggalkan y minus 3. Then equals to negative 7 minus y. Sampai situ boleh lagi? May? Boleh. So last step, x is equals to negative 7 minus y over y minus 3. Okay. So itu last step untuk bahagian yang dapatkan x sebagai subjek. Okay. So bila you dapat macam tu kan, so I know that my k inverse x should be negative 7 minus x over x minus 3. So since the question is asking for k inverse 2 kan, so maksudnya you gantikan x tu jadi 2 saja. So dapatlah negative 7 minus 2 over 2 minus 3. Like that. So dapatlah negative 9 over negative 1. So that's why your answer is a solid 9. Okay. Janice, May okay Janice okay? Okay Imon can follow. Alright, so next we look at question number 8 Tengok soalan number 8. Alright, question number 8. Question number 8. Right, question number 8. Question number 8, also not that bad lah actually. Question number 8 is not that bad. Question number 9, again, they are susah sikit. Okay, so this particular set of paper, I think is quite fair lah. Sebab dia ada susah, dia ada senang. Ada yang senang sangat, ada yang medium macam tu. So given the function fx is mx minus 5, and f square x is equals to 36x plus 25. Okay, so the first one is you need to express f3 in terms of m. I think this is the easiest part lah. Okay, think. Apa jawapan dia? Janice, ada idea? That's it kan. 3m minus 5. Boleh tu je. Okay, sebab kamu gantikan x tu jadi 3. That's it Sebab kat sini dia cakap x tu sama 3. So maksudnya ini tukar jadi 3. So 3m tolak 5. Sometimes dia terlampau senang pula kan. Macam kita doubt pula. Betul kan macam ni kan. But then that's it lah untuk soalan ni Next question. Sekejap I write the answer down here. 3m minus 5. And then question says that find the value of m. Kamu nak cari nilai m. Yang kamu ada dekat sini, the one that you have is fx equals to mx minus 5. So that's the first part. Okay, kamu ada mx minus 5. And then the next part is you have f squared. F square x equals to 36x plus 25. 36x plus 25. Okay, what are you going to do is that kamu akan cuba buat comparison. So bila you nampak ada f square, you have to try and get your own f square. F square means FF. Okay? FF maksudnya F tu kamu ganti masuk dalam F. So now, what happened is that you have FFX equals to M, and then dalam kurungan MX minus 5. And then belakang dia minus 5. So far okay? Ini X kan, kamu tukar jadi FX kan. So maksud X ni pun tukar jadi FX. Right, remember that. This is your composite function. Right? So next, cuba selesaikan, cuba kembangkan. So M square X minus 5M minus 5. Can I do comparison already kah? Boleh cikgu compare sekarang? Boleh. So maksudnya M square sama dengan siapa? 36, no? So M square is equal to 36. So what's your M? 6. Are you sure? Positive, negative. Okay. And then, tengok ni. Kan dia kata M tu kurang daripada kosong. So jawapan dia? Negative. Negative 6. Okay. Jawapan dia negative 6. Alright. Dia tak boleh jadi positive 6 lah. Kenapa? Sebab kalau kamu gantikan 6 kat sini, you takkan dapat 25 lah. You don't get 25. Alright. So you mesti gantikan negative 6 baru you dapat 25 kat belakang dia. You can try and double check lah. You can dapat jawapan dia. Alright. Since the question already give you, very nice of the question lah. Sebab soalan dah cakap M tu kurang daripada kosong. So actually basically you don't have to think much. You can just write M equals to negative 6. Kalau tidak, kamu kena ganti masuk lagi untuk test. Sama ada M tu 6 ke M tu negative 6. So itulah masalah dia lah. Alright, so done with this one. Let us look at question number 9. Right, question number 9. Question A is not that bad. Question A is quite simple. You are given a table over here. You have integer 1, you have 2v minus 1, you have 6, you have 2v plus 2, 10 and 12. So soalan pertama, find the range of the k if the mod is 6. So artinya you punya mod tu adalah 6. This is your mod. Okay? So kalau itu mod artinya ini adalah nombor yang paling tinggi lah. That 6 must be the highest frequency. Jadi apalah range of value of k? K boleh jadi nombor apa? Can k be 7? Boleh k jadi 7? Tak boleh kan? Can k become 6? Boleh k jadi 6 kah? Can k become 6? Actually no also. Because dia dah nyatakan dah, this one is the mod. Dia tak boleh ada dua mod kalau macam tu. Kalau k sama 6, maksudnya dia ada dua mod. Alright? So in this case, the mod is already given 6. So maksudnya k tu tak boleh jadi 6 ataupun lebih daripada 6. So the only number that they can be, k adalah 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, kosong boleh kosong. Boleh kan? You can have a zero frequency kan? So maksudnya, you punya K, macam nak tulis ni? K is in between 0 and 6. Boleh? Ataupun kamu nak tulis macam ni pun boleh. K, 0 and 5. Tapi, you nampak, you perasan kan? Dia punya tanda tu berbeza. Okay? So kalau macam ni, 5 tu termasuk lah. Okay? Tapi yang ini maksudnya 6 tu tak termasuk. So sampai 5 saja. So anyway lah, whichever that you like, right? You can actually just write your range like that, right? So selesai. So that's question A, done. Right? So that's question A, selesai. Let us look at question B. Let k equals to 7. So maksudnya soalan kata, anggaplah k tu sama dengan 7. Tak bermaksud soalan B tu ada kaitan dengan A ya. Soalan B tak ada kaitan dengan A sekarang, right? So soalan B kata, andaikan k equals to 7. So now, you have a 7 here. You ada 7 situ. Question asks you to find the median in terms of V. Alright. How to find median? Macam nak cari median? Any formula, remember? May? N over 2 kan? You have to find where is the position kan? Hi Janice. Alright, so N over 2, you kena cari position dia kan? Hi Janice. Macam ni apa? Mungkin ada line problem sikit kot. Okay. Is my voice at your side okay kah? Ada echo kah Janice? Sekarang okay dah. Okay. Alright, so N over 2, maksudnya you kena cari dia punya position. This is only talking about position. Okay, only talk about position. So, apa N kamu? You dah tambah semua tu. What do you get for your N? Bila you tambah semua. N is equals to 28, right? You got 28, right? Okay. So, kalau you ambil 28 over 2, so what's your answer? 14 kan? 14th position. Alright. Do you remember, kalau dia even number kan? Kalau dia even number, you have to actually consider another position, which is 15. Betul? 14 and 15 position. Remember, kalau dia even number, you kena consider dua-dua. So sekarang, where is the 14 position? Kalau you tengok, I can actually just find your cumulative frequency kat sini ya. Cumulative frequency, the first one is 5, lepas tu ada 8, lepas tu ada 14 kan? 14, lepas tu 21, lepas tu 23, and then 28. Okay, so that is your cumulative frequency. Kalau you nampak 14 berada kat sini, 14 is over here, 14 is over here kan? Tapi 15 kat mana? 15 dekat sini dah. So you have to actually consider both position. Bila you ada both position yang terbalik yang ada dekat dua tempat yang berlainan, so means that you kena tahu yang median kamu berada di tengah-tengah ni. Is in the middle here. Itulah median kamu. Okay? It's not at 6, it's not at 2v plus 2, it's in the middle. Dia berada kat tengah-tengah. So macam mana kamu nak cari tengah-tengah ni? You have to take 6 plus 2v plus 2 and then divide by 2. You kena ambil dua-dua nombor tu, lepas tu bahagi 2. Itu baru dapat median kamu. So let us look at this one. So what happen is that for question B1, you can take 6 plus 2v plus 2 divide by 2. So that is the answer for question B1. Express the median in terms of v. Okay, so kalau kita buat ni, you akan dapat 8 tambah dengan 2v over 2. So just do some simplifying. Okay, you akan dapat 4 plus v. So that is your answer for question B1. Alright, so itu jawapan B1 kamu. Alright, so after this, let us look at question number 2. Find the value of V. Alright, this is something very interesting. Nak cari V ni. Very, very interesting ni, nak cari V. Okay. Anybody would like to try an error? Apa nilai V ni oh? Apa nilai bagi V tu? You kena ingat sebab nombor ni dia ascending order. This is ascending order. Okay? So, what is your value of V? Now, let me ask you, can V be equals to 1 ke? Boleh V sama dengan 1? Can V becomes 1? V 1 boleh? Tak boleh kan? Kenapa? So maksudnya kalau kamu letak kat sini 1, if you put here 1 kan, you dapat 1 juga kan? So tak logik. 1 tak boleh, 1 tak boleh. What about 2? 2 boleh ke 2? 2, okay. Kalau 2, Ama boleh Ama? No. Yes. So kalau kamu gantikan sini jadi 2, cuba fikir. 2 times 2 is 4, right? 4 plus 2 is 6 kan? So sama dengan yang ni, tak boleh lah. Nombor tu mesti berlainan kan? Then the number must be different, right? So 2 tak boleh. Then think, boleh 3 kah? 3 rasa-rasa boleh tak? Boleh Okay, cuba gantikan. Kalau 3 ganti kat sini, 2 times 3 is 6, and then 6 minus 1 is 5. So 5 kat sini boleh then yang di tepi tu pula, gantikan ini jadi 3. So 2 times 3 is 6, 6 plus 2 is 8. Oh, 8 macam logik kan? So ada 1, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12 ascending order, right? But just to be safe, kita cuba ganti 4. Cuba ganti 4. Kalau ganti 4 kat bawah ni, dekat depan ni, okay, if I just put 4 over here, 2 times 4. Lepas tu minus 1. Dapat 7 kan? So tak boleh dah. Jadi boleh nampak ke apa V dia? V dia is equals to 3. Alright, so the answer is V equals to 3. Boleh? Is the try and error boleh faham? Ataupun you nak cikgu guna langkah dia? Kalau try and error, okay, actually you can just try and error like this because soalan dia satu markah je actually But then if you want to know how the step goes kan, macam mana rupa step dia, kamu tengok one thing is that you must know that this particular number yang dekat sini, 2v minus 1, dia mesti berada di antara 1 dengan 6. Setuju? 2V tolak 1 mesti berada di antara 1 dengan 6. So means that what I can do is that I can say that 2V minus 1 is in between 1 and 6. Dia mesti berada di antara 1 dengan 6. Okay? So when you do that kan, if you still remember apa yang kita boleh buat dalam bahagian in between ni. So you have minus 1, kena distribute ke sebelah kanan, kena distribute ke sebelah kiri. Alright? So you should get 2V less than 6 plus 1, 7. And then sini, 0. 2. You akan dapat 2 kat sini. 1 plus 1, you get 2. Okay? You akan dapat 2. And then, you have V. V is in between 7 over 2. And then in between 1. So sekarang, nombor-nombor yang you boleh kat sini adalah cuma boleh 2 atau 3. Okay? 2 ataupun 3 je. Tapi yang ni bukan yang last. You cannot say it's 2, you cannot say it's 3 yet. Sebab dia ada satu lagi bahagian yang dekat tepi ni. You have one more part kat sini. This one. This part here. 2V plus 2. 2V plus 2 is in between 6 and 10. So kita kena buat satu lagi. 2V plus 2 is in between 6 and 10. So kalau kamu pindahkan nombor ini, positive 2, belah jadi dua bahagian. Okay. So 2V is less than 8. And then 2V is less than 4. Okay, so 6 minus 2, 10 minus 2 macam tu. Last kali, V is less than 4, greater than 2. So nampak yang bahagian ni, V adalah di antara 2 dan 4. So maksudnya V tu mesti 3. That's the only number that you boleh gunakan. V sama dengan 3. Is that okay so far? Amma boleh ikut Amma? Boleh Okay. Alright. May, you missed out a bit just now. Are you okay, May? Okay. Alright. So done with this one. Kita tengok soalan nombor 10. Question number 10. Alright, question number 10. Question number 10 is simple. Soalan 10 tu simple. Okay, I give you 2 minutes. You try it out. Soalan nombor 10. And you tell me the answer. Okay. Find the first quartile. Mula-mula data yang kamu bagi tu, you have to susun. You kena susun dulu data tu. Okay, susun data tu, ascending ke, descending ke. Okay, but in this case ascending lah, because question wants the first quartile. So ascending order, lepas tu kamu kena cari first quartile kamu. I think the difficult one is just question number 5 and question number 9 je sebenarnya. And then the rest, ada satu lagi. Question number 15 pun difficult juga. 15 pun agak difficult lah, yang ada log. But then to me the rest is still okay lah. Yang lain tu okay masih . Nicole, okay mah Nicole? Maizatul, tak boleh Maizatul. Mana satu bahagian yang tak dapat Maizatul? Okay. Ingat tak ada soalan yang si boleh tadi? Okay, alright. So, tengok soalan nombor 10 lah. Mai, dapat jawapan Mai? Soalan nombor 10. Okay, so the first one is 3. Very good. So, I think everybody should be able to get the same answer. So, jawapan A dia sama dengan 3. Alright. What about B? Jawapan B? Yes, Amma, yes. 15, no, it's not correct. Anybody else? May, ada jawapan May? If each value of the set of data is multiplied by 5 and then 10 is added to it, find the new first quartile. Find the new first quartile. 25, that is correct. Okay. Mesti Amma tertanya-tanya. Kan cikgu kata kalau tambah dengan tolak tu tak termasuk kan? Tak dikira, betul Amma? Is that what is in your mind now? Alright, now. Yang itu akan cuma berlaku untuk range. You kena ingat betul dong. Range, interquartile range, variance and standard deviation. Yang 4 perkara tu kan, dia punya plus and minus ataupun addition and subtraction, dia tak akan affect you punya data. Okay? Tapi kat sini kan, this is not talking about the range, it's not talking about the interquartile range. Dia cerita pasal satu nombor je. Because the first quartile is a number kan. What's the number? 3. The first quartile is 3. So dia kata, if each of the value of set of data is multiplied by 3, then 10 is added to it, find the new first quartile. Alright, kalau you rasa macam was-was kan, kita tengok. Kan sekarang kamu ada, kalau kamu susun ni, you akan dapat 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, 10 kan? Kamu dah susun macam tu kan? So, dia kata setiap satu data tu didarab 5. Lepas tu ditambah 10. Okay, darab 5, lepas tu tambah 10. So, what do you get for the first one? 2 times 5, and then plus 10. 2 times 5 is 10, 10 plus 10 is 20. Sekejap. 2 times 5 is 10, 10 plus 10 is 20. So, sini 20. Lepas ya, this is 25 kan? Lepas tu, 5 times 5, 25, 25 plus 10, 35. 6 times 5, 30, 30 plus 10, 40. Lepas tu, 8 times 5, 40, 40 plus 10, 50. And 10 times 5, 50, 50 plus 10, 60. Okay, so itu adalah you punya data yang baru. So sekarang, mana satu yang you punya new, your new first quartile? Sama macam tadi kan. You kena ambil tengah, lepas tu ambil lagi tengah. So that's why your answer is 25. Okay, Amma? Okay, alright. Kecuali lah kalau soalan kata interquartile range. Alright, interquartile range. Kalau interquartile range, kamu tengok asalnya apa tadi? Interquartile range, kalau interquartile range kat sini adalah Q1. This is Q3. Alright? So what is interquartile range? Q3 minus Q1, right? So maksudnya yang ini adalah yang original. Kalau untuk yang original sama dengan 5. Okay, equals to 5. So let us look at this one. This is the new one. This is the Q1 yang baru. This is the Q3 yang baru. So the question says it's multiplied by 5 and then 10 is added to it. So maksudnya 10 tu tak tengok lah kalau kita cerita pasal interquartile range. Kamu cuma nak multiply by 5 saja. So betul tidak multiply by 5? So yang new one is the original multiply by 5. So dapat 25 kan? Cuba kamu tengok. Adakah 25 ni Q3 minus Q1. 50 minus 25 equals to 25. Okay, Amma, dapat bezakan ke yang soalan macam ni? Okay, Amma? Okay, alright. So done with that one. Look at question 11 pula. Question 11 Janice, soalan ini tadi kan kamu tertinggal Janice, soalan B dah 25. Do you get the answer 25? No? Oh, okay. Now, sebab soalan dia macam ni Sebab soalan dia cakap apa? If your value of the set of data is multiplied by 5 kan? Nampak tak? Dia kata multiply by 5 and then 10 is added to it. And then dia kata find the first new quartile. Alright? So, artinya, kamu dah jumpa dah first quartile tadi adalah 3. Okay, bila kamu susun, kamu dapat quartile yang pertama tu 3. So, that's what you have. That is your Q1, right? 3 tu adalah Q1 kamu. So, apa you nak buat dengan Q1 tadi? Q1 tadi, you kena darab dengan 5. So, artinya, 3 tu darab dengan 5. Lepas tu, tambah dengan 10. So, that's how I get 25. Okay kah? Janice, okay? Alright, okay. Alright, so after question 11, kita tengok question 10, kita tengok question 11. Question 11, also not that difficult, okay? Kita tengok soalan 11. You are given a straight line graph, okay? So this one later on you must remember y equals to mx plus c, okay? Linear to become non-linear, non-linear to become linear, okay? So now it's given that the gradient of the straight line, pq is negative 2 over 3. So maksudnya gradient kamu diberi negative 2 over 3, The point P lies on your y over x square axis, express y in terms of x. Anybody can try and find for me apakah koordinat ke dekat P ni? Apa koordinat dia? 0 apa? Okay, give you 1 minute, try and get it done. Apakah nilai koordinat bagi P? how to find that coordinate P. Kamu ada gradient, kamu ada titik Q. So just plug into the formula of gradient, then you akan dapat jawapan dia. I want Imon to answer me for this Imon Apa dia punya y-intercept ataupun apa coordinate P tu? Oh, sorry Mai, cikgu baru nampak message tu Mai. 25, yes, correct. 25 is correct. Iman, do you get the answer, Iman? Do you get what is P? Alright, tak apa, tak apa. Slowly slowly. Mei, Isyana okay kah Mei? Isyana okay kah Isyana? Okay dah. Oh, okay, okay. Tapi dia masih lagi ni lah. Masih lagi dekat rumah lah. Oh, dah datang sekolah dah. Oh, okay, okay, good. Alright. Max masih lagi lah, Max. Okay, okay. Alright. Okay, Imon, do you get the answer already? What is the value of P? Okay, if not, cikgu tanya Mei. Mei dah dapat jawapan dia, Mei? The answer for the coordinate is 2. Ini kah? Oh, okay. Bukan dua. Amma? Huh? You got 2 also. Kah jawapan cikgu salah. Jap. Let me check. No. Okay, so kita cuba tengok ni Apa yang kamu nampak di sini adalah you have the value of m, right? You have the value of m, which is the gradient, is equals to negative 2 over 3. So formula kamu apa? M equals to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, right? So m kamu adalah negative 2 over 3 equals to because I do not know apa p kat sini, so I can say that p minus 8, right? P minus 8 and then divide by 0 minus negative 9. Oh, wait. Oh, yalah. Kalau macam tu, jawapan cikgu yang silap kan? Okay. Alright, so over here, see what happened now. So you got negative 2 over 3 equals to P minus 8 over 9 kan? Okay nak? Alright. So what is your right, so now P minus 8 is equals to negative 2 over 3 multiplied by 9. Okay? So you should get negative 6. So P minus 8 equals to negative 6. So P is equals to 2. Alright, so good job Amma, good job May. Jawapan dia 2. Jawapan cikgu yang silap ni. Sorry May. Sorry May. Okay, P equals to 2. So P sama dengan 2. Okay, so sekarang P sama dengan 2. Okay, now after that, it's given that your straight line PQ, okay, P lies on the y-axis. And so you have to express y in terms of x. So, apakah you punya straight line equation sekarang? Kita boleh gunakan formula y equals to mx plus c kan? So, y yang besar tadi adalah y over x square. And then m kamu dah ada dah. M is negative 2 over 3. So, masukkan negative 2 over 3. And then x adalah dekat sini. X And then plus c. What's your c? Your c is 2 kan? Betul? Okay, sebab kamu dah jumpa dah. C tu sama dengan 2. Alright? So last kali, sebab soalan kata, you have to find your answers kan, y in terms of x. Kita tak mau ni y over x square ni, I don't want y over x square. So what happened over there? I kena darab dengan x square. So everything multiply by x square. Semua tu darab dengan x square. Okay, so you should get y equals to negative 2 over 3 x cubed plus 2x square. Yes, so itulah jawapan last dia. Okay, semua dapat ni? Boleh buat? Dapat Okay, so lepas soalan 11, soalan 12. Question number 12 Question number 12 is also not that bad. It's also quite simple. Alright. Dia akan main-main dengan you punya permutation. So let us look at question number 12. A family of 2 or 4 children with their parents take the train. Each of them will be sitting in different coaches. Okay, so dalam you punya train tu dia ada 6 gerabak. Okay, ada 6 gerabak. Lepas tu dia ada 4 orang budak-budak dengan dia punya parents dia. Okay, so ada mak dengan bapak lah. So the first question says, find the number of different ways that they can arrange themselves in such a way that the father sits in the first coach and then while the mother sits in the last coach. So maksudnya kan sekarang kan dia dah fix dah. The condition is that the father mesti dekat first coach tu and then the mother mesti dekat yang last coach tu. Alright? So means that the father bender is already fixed. Tak perlu lagi dia bertukar. Father dengan mother tu tak boleh tukar dah. Sebab father mesti ke depan, mother mesti ke belakang. Okay? So that is the only condition yang dia beri. So maksudnya yang 4 budak tu boleh tukar tidak? Boleh. Sebab 4 budak kat dalam tengah-tengah ni. So maksudnya you ada 4 tempat kosong. What happened over here is 4 budak P4. Is that what you are thinking of? Adakah itu yang kamu fikirkan? Is it the same? Yes, So what is 4P for me? $24. So that's your answer for the first one, right? Soalan A, jawapan dia 24. Okay? Alright, so jawapan B kita tengok soalan B. Their parents and the youngest child must sit in the first 3 consecutive coaches. In 3 consecutive coaches, alright? So maksudnya kan, dalam sini dia ada 6 tempat kosong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dia ada 6 tempat kosong. And then dia kata, dia punya parents tu, parent and the youngest child. So maksudnya ada seorang budak yang kecil ni lah. Okay? Yang youngest child mesti duduk dalam 3 consecutive coaches. So maksudnya, mungkin parents kat sini, father, mother and the youngest child. I put as lah. Youngest child, alright? So, father, mother and the youngest child, dia mesti duduk bersama-sama. 3 gerabak yang depan kah, mungkin kat tengah kah, tapi dia mesti 3 consecutive coach, alright, coaches. So now, let me ask you, yang 3 ni boleh berubah tempat ke tidak? Mungkin ke tidak dia jadi anak kecil kat depan, lepas tu father, mother. Boleh macam ni? Boleh kan? Asalkan dia berada pada 3 consecutive coaches, alright? So when you have this particular condition, maksudnya this part is 3P3. Dia boleh berubah. 3P3. Okay, dia boleh berubah. Dia boleh berubah tempat duduk. Okay. And then at the back, ada lagi 3 anak kan? Ada 3 anak lagi. 1, 2, 3. Ada 3 anak lagi. So, yang 3 anak tu pun boleh berubah tempat duduk juga. So, means that this is also 3P3. And then the last thing. Yang bahagian last kali. Ini boleh pergi ke sini tak? Boleh kan? So multiply by 4. Very good, May. Count for me. 144. Very good. So itulah jawapannya. Okay. So kenapa dia boleh move 4 times? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. You ada 4 tempat dia boleh tukar. Okay. Yang father, mother dengan son, the youngest child tu. Alright. Okay. So itulah jawapan kamu 144. Okay. This is also not that bad actually, I think. Kan, May? Yes, not bad lah. Okay, question number 13. I want you to think of question 13 for a while, right? Sebab soalan ni, dia lebih kurang macam maths je. It's like the modern maths question. Okay, think about it. Dia lebih kurang macam modern maths je. Modern maths pun ada soalan macam ni, tapi dia keluar dalam paper 1 lah. Kalau modern maths dia keluar soalan ni, dia keluar dalam paper 1, alright? But this year, I'm not sure lah. Cuma kita harap dia tak keluar dalam paper 2 lah kalau soalan macam ni. Grace, do you have any question to ask, Grace? From the previous question? Okay, alright. Okay. Alright, so everybody look at this question here. Question number 13. After question 13, we take a short break, alright? Kita rehat sekejap lah. Nak minum boleh? You want to go for toilet break? Please do so. After question 13. Okay, anybody would like to try? Do you have an idea how to solve this part? 4/17 sikit lagi, Mei. Jawapan dia 2/17. Okay, so kita tengok apa yang kita boleh buat sini ya. So look at this question. Maybe just a bit of yang lain sikit lah, Mei ya. Right, so over here, question says that you have table 2 shows the number of red and yellow marble labeled with letter A and B in a box. And then question says that you have 2 marbles are drawn randomly, right? Bila soalan kata 2 marbles are drawn randomly from the box, kamu kena kira jumlah berapa marble kat sini kan? Berapa marble jumlah dia? Total. Oh, sorry. Berapa marble total dia? 17. You have 17 total marbles kan? Bila soalan cakap is drawn randomly from the box. So the box means dua-dua box tu lah. Alright, so you have 17 dua-dua box tu lah. Dalam satu box tu semua warna tu kamu boleh ambil. Okay, so that's your 17. Find the probability that both marbles are labeled with the same letter but with a different color. Both marbles must be from the same letter tetapi dia mesti different color. So, maksudnya you mungkin ada dua case, betul tak? Mungkin ada case 1 di mana kamu punya marble adalah A dengan A. Sebab soalan cakap dia mesti same letter kan? Dia mesti same letter. Okay? Or case 2, B dengan B. Correct or not? So those are the cases that you must have when you are talking about this question, right? Dia kata, find the probability that both marbles are labeled with the same letter. So same letter sekarang dia mesti A dengan A. Tetapi dia different color. So bila different color, so maybe the first A is coming from red. The second A is coming from yellow. Macam tu, okay? And the same thing goes to the B juga. So B, the first one is coming from red, and the second one is coming from yellow. Dia mesti ada dua yang berbeza. Alright, so let us look at what can we do now, right? So apa kita boleh buat sekarang? We can actually say A for the red. Apa you punya probability for A of red? 2/17 kan? Because you have red is 2 untuk you punya letter A. So 2/17. So now I can put 2/17. And then multiply. How many yellow are they? 6 kan? 6 untuk A kamu. So 6. 6 over berapa tu agak-agaknya? Is it over 17 juga? What do you think? 16. 6/16. Very good. Lepas tu, kalau or, you kena tambahkan, you have to add. Okay? So at the back here, the B on red. B yang merah adalah 4. 4/17. And then times, ya B yang yellow is 3. So 3 over should be 16 also. 5 sorry. 5/16 So kat sini 5 5/16. Alright, so what you do next is just put in your calculator and kira lah. Alright, May? Dapat 2/17, May? Dapat, Tadi apa yang silap, May? Oh. Oh, kamu kira satu-satu je lah. Okay. Alright. So sekarang kamu tahu sebab dia ada dua case so that's why you tambahkan dua case ni, alright? Okay, so let us look at the next one, alright? So this is question number 13, done already. So kita tengok soalan nombor 14. But before that, you go for a short breakfast lah, okay? 7:30, take a 5 minutes break lah. Just stretch your arms, stretch your legs, okay? Do a bit of exercises kah, apakah? So make yourself fresh, So 5 minutes, I will come back in 5 minutes, right? Okay, let us continue. Alright, before I forget, jap. Okay, right. So before I forget kan, actually kan, I want to discuss something with you sebenarnya. I am planning to do 4 more times for you punya Addmath class, right? Uh, including today punya lah, including yang hari ni punya, including yang hari ni punya. So maksudnya ada 4 kali lagi untuk Addmath sebelum kamu exam, right? The dates would be, today is 6 kan, so 6 of February, 13th of February, 20th of February, 27th of February. Tapi kan, because 13th of February tu Chinese New Year lah kan. So actually if you want me to do on that day pun boleh lah. Tapi kalau you rasa kalau ini 4 kali ni, that's all lah. And then March kita tak ada kelas lagi supaya kamu exam kamu fokus lah. Ataupun we don't have it on the 13th, kita tukar jadi 6th of March. Alright, which one do you prefer? Option 1, semua kelas dekat February. Option 2, ada satu kelas dekat March. Tapi February tu tak ada lah, 13 tu tak ada. Which option do you prefer? You text to me, I see. You boleh chat. Option 1 or option 2? Kalau option 1, we settle everything in February. Alright, so 4 kelas kita habiskan dekat February. Kalau option 2, kita tambah satu lagi kelas dekat March. So 13th of February tu kamu rehat lah. Option 1, okay May. The rest, option 1, okay. I'm okay. Amelia, tak ada masalah. Tak ada ni apa ni? Tak ada Chinese New Year pun actually. Option 1 ah. So I think if that's the case, then we choose option 1. Nicole okay man? Oh, Nicole ada Chinese New Year Nicole okay man Nicole? So 我们年初二上网一下2个钟. So I'm asking for Nicole punya opinion now. Okay, alright. So at the moment, we will stick to option number 1. So everything settled in February, right? Actually 27 pun kamu dah tengah exam lah, tapi dia masih February kita habiskan lah untuk you punya Maths class, alright? Kalau you rasa lebih elok, kita akan guna option number 1 lah. So we will stick to option number 1. Okay, so most majority mau option number 1, kita stick to option number 1 lah. Alright, so kita tengok soalan yang ke-14 sekarang. Soalan 14 lah. Alright, question 14. You want to find the value of your 4 to the power alpha, times 16 to the power of 2 alpha, times 1 over 32 to the power of 2 alpha. Right. So, what is the value here? You might want to see apakah base yang sama. What is the common base that you can change to? So, over here you have 4, you have 16, you have 32. So, I think mostly you akan tukar jadi base 2 and you will change to become base 2, correct? So, bila you change to become base 2, you akan dapatkan 2 to the power of 2 alpha. Okay, huh? And then you multiply by 2 to the power of 4 and then times 2 alpha. Right? So, that's the second one. And then the third one, maybe you want to leave it down here first. Pun boleh juga. Okay, so you have 2 to the power of 5 and then you have 2 alpha. Yeah, so 2 to the power of 4 is 16, to the power of 5 is 32, 2 to the power of 2 is equals to 4. Alright? Okay. So now, what happened now? Boleh ke tidak cikgu kumpulkan semua you punya index tu? Sebab kamu ada darab, you ada bahagi, I think you can do what happened to the index. Kalau darab, you tambah. Kalau you bahagi, you tolak kan? So what happened now is that I can have 2 as the base, 2 alpha plus 4 times 2 is 8 alpha. Lepas tu minus 5 times 2 is 10 alpha. 10 alpha. Okay? So I am sure you can see that this is equivalent to 2 to the power of 0, betul? So apalah 2 to the power of 0? Equals to 1. Okay, so that's your answer. Soalan ni nampak macam rumit lah, tapi actually not that bad lah. Okay, dia boleh hilangkan semua nombor tu dapat kosong. So 2 to the power of 0 is equals to 1. So that's all for question number 14 lah, right? Question number 15. Question 15 dia kena main-main dengan you punya logarithm. Okay, you have to actually just play around with your laws of logarithm, right? You mesti betul-betul mahir you punya laws in your logarithm, right? So let us look at question number 15. Before I move on, question 14, kalau ada masalah, please tanya. Okay? You can on your mic, or you can just chat with me kalau ada masalah dengan 14 tu. If not, kita tengok soalan number 15, right? Question 15. Find the value of x which satisfy the following equation. So, you kena cari apa nilai x kamu. Your job is to find the value of x. And then, if you look at this equation kan, ada y lah cikgu, ada y kan. What I see at first kan, bila cikgu nampak soalan ni, ada y. Mungkin ke tidak soalan dia silap pun, sebab dia minta cari nilai x je kan. Tapi the second thought, maybe y tu boleh hilang. So, go on with the second thought. Mungkin y tu boleh hilang, okay? Maybe at one certain point kan, you have to find something that you boleh cross off the y. Yang y dengan y boleh hilang, you boleh potong-potong, tinggalkan x saja. When I think that way, probably dapat sudah. So I do step by step. Oh, cikgu nampak ada bahagian boleh potong, right? So this is what you can do first, right? When you see the first step here, you have 2 over log base x and then xy, and then plus 2 over log base y, xy, and then plus 3 equals to 5x. My step is that you will try and split this thing up. Okay, bahagian ni cikgu cuba splitkan dia. Right? Later on you will see why. Kenapa cikgu nak split ni ya. So what I have is that I have log base x, x. And then tambah dengan log base x, y. Okay, I have this one. Supaya cikgu tak nampak berserabut sangat dengan x dengan y tu. Kumpulkan. So, kalau kamu nampak sini kan, if you notice that this one is equals to 1. Ini sama dengan 1. So, later on cikgu boleh tukar yang tu jadi 1. Okay? Continue. Belakang dia plus 2 over, again I split, log base y, x, and then plus log base y, y. Nanti log base y, y jadi 1 lagi. Then plus 3 equals to 5x. Okay, so that's what I have next. Jadi sekarang yang ni pun sama dengan 1 juga. Okay, so this one is also equals to 1. That one is equals to 1, right? I will write it back. Okay, cara cikgu akan tulis balik. So akan dapat 2 over 1 plus log base x, y. And then plus 2 over 1 plus log base y, x. Nampak base dah ya? Tambah dengan 3 sama dengan 5x. Okay, kalau nak nampak lebih senang, yang ni pindahkan ke tepi pun boleh lah. You boleh pindahkan itu ke tepi dulu. So, bila pindahkan ke tepi, you akan dapat 5x minus 3. Okay. So, what happened next? What do you think is the next part? Kamu akan nampak yang ini sepatutnya log base xy kan? You will try your best. You will try your best and get this one as log base xy also. Okay? Cuba dapatkan log base xy juga. So, apa yang boleh buat sini? Cuba tukar. Benda ni tukar jadi log base x. Tukar jadi log base x. So, what happen over here is that I will have 2 over 1 plus log base x, x over log base x, y. Supaya cikgu nampak ada log base x, y keluar. Okay, atas tu, I can actually just change it dengan 1. Cikgu tukar yang atas tu jadi 1 terus. Hopefully you can understand that one. Harap boleh faham. Lepas tu, depan tu saling balik. 2 over 1 plus log base x, y. And then belakang dia sama dengan 5x minus 3. Okay. Kalau you nampak macam rumit dekat bawah ni kan. Okay, kita cuba simplifykan dia. Kita cuba simplifykan yang ke bawah tu. So, over you have 2 over. So, this one, 1 over 1. So, kamu cuba darab silang. Okay. So, you akan dapat log base xy di atas. Log base xy plus 1. Divide by log base x, y. Okay, so ini yang dekat bawah ni. Lepas tu depan tu saling balik. 2 over 1 plus log base x, y. At the back equals to 5x minus 3. Alright. Next. I am going to do something, but then you tell me whether you can understand or not, right? Cikgu akan tukar ni jadi 2 and then times log base x, y over 1 plus log base x, y. Depan tu 2 over 1 plus log base x, y. Lepas tu equals to 5x minus 3. Okay, my question to you. Boleh understand ke part ni? Yang ini. Boleh sebab kamu pindahkan yang bawah tu ke atas kan? Okay, very good. Okay, so sekarang nampak dia punya denominator tu sama kan? Your denominator is the same. So can I write this way now? 2 plus 2 log base x, y over 1 plus log base x, y equals to 5x minus 3. I can do that already, right? Sebab dia punya denominator dah sama. Jadi, kamu cuba tengok. Atas ni, nampak tak ada 2 dengan 2 ni boleh factorize. So, cikgu keluarkan 2, buka kurungan. 1 plus log base XY. Bahagi 1 plus log base XY. Boleh buang dah? Boleh. Buanglah. Okay. So, apa tinggal sekarang? Simple lah jawapan dia kan. 5x minus 3 equals to 2. So, cikgu tulis kat sini 5x minus 3 equals to 2. So, your x is equals to 1. That's it. Itulah jawapan x kamu. So far okay? Ada yang mau tanya? Anything you want to ask? Okay ya? Alright. Ama okay Ama? Ada bahagian yang muskil? Okay, alright. So now, if this is done, you want to screenshot boleh, tapi panjang sikit lah langkah dia. I'm going to tilt this out. Tapi nanti cikgu akan sharekan video ni untuk kamu, alright? Because I'm been recording it since just now. Okay, so kalau you nak record, kalau you nak screenshot, you boleh screenshot lah. So itu adalah you punya jawapan, the whole thing, okay? I'm not sure whether there are any simpler way to do this or not. Okay, tapi cikgu sebab cikgu start off dengan langkah yang pertama tu cikgu splitkan dia. So this is what I get after that, alright? Kalau ada simpler step, you can share with me also lah. Your simpler step, macam mana kamu nak dapatkan jawapan x equals to 1 dengan lebih mudah lah. Alright, so that's your answer for question 15. Alright, question 16. Let us look at question 16. Question 16 is quite easy. Dia tak susah. Because the first one is to find your angle, A or B. And that question gives you a lot of things. The arc of AB is 4 pi. So dekat situ arc kamu dah ada 4 pi. And then you are just asked to find this angle theta. Okay, A or B dalam bentuk radian. Alright, so what I'll do over here is that I will say that my formula is S equals to R theta. So S tu kamu gantikan jadi 4 pi. Okay, you gantikan jadi 4 pi equals to your radius is 12 and then your theta yang kamu nak cari. So basically your theta is equals to 4 pi over 12. So theta tu sama dengan pi over 3 radian. Okay, so that's your answer for A lah, pi over 3 radian. And that's it. Okay, so that's your answer for question A. And then the next thing is that you want to find your area of shaded region. Kamu nak cari area of shaded region. Okay, try to remember this. Kalau you nak guna area of shaded region means that you need to find this part. Ini saja. Okay, so what you need to do is that first thing you kena cari area of the sector. Cari dulu area of sector. Area of sector is 1 over 2 r square theta. Itu area of sector. Lepas tu minus dengan you punya triangle. Area of triangle is 1 over 2 AB sin C. Okay, 1 over 2 AB sin C. Okay, so once you have done this, apa yang kita boleh buat adalah gantikan dalam formula je. Everything is given in your formula already. And even your theta pun dah jumpa. So pi over 3. Later you masukkan saja. So what I have is over here 1 over 2 multiplied by the radius which is 12 square. Okay, and then multiply by your theta which is pi over 3. Alright, so itu adalah yang sektor kamu. Lepas tu tolak dengan segitiga kamu 1 over 2 times AB. A is 12, B is also 12. Alright, so therefore it's the same thing. You can times with 12 square. Lepas tu darab dengan you punya sin theta. So you can put sin pi over 3. Alright, remember kalau soalan kamu ataupun you punya jawapan ni ini dalam bentuk radian, because pi over 3 is in terms of radian, so you punya calculator mesti tukar dalam bentuk radian mod. You must change dengan radian. Kalau tidak, you takkan dapat jawapan dia. Okay, so now you can press calculator, change dengan radian, and then tell me what do you get. Okay, apa jawapan yang kamu dapat. Ingat, calculator mesti tukar dalam bentuk radian kalau dia melibatkan calculation yang ada sin, cos and tangent. Sin, cos and tangent mesti guna radian kalau angle dia dalam bentuk radian. Melainkanlah kalau kamu tukar yang tu jadi degree. If you change to degree, okay, fine. You boleh guna degree lah. It's up to you actually. Alright? Okay, so 1 minute. Try and calculate and see what do you get. Kalau kamu punya pi tak diberi dalam exam, you can actually use the yellow pi dalam calculator tu. Ataupun kamu boleh guna 3.142. Okay? Any answer is acceptable. Okay, anybody got the answer? Amar ada jawapan dah? Do you get the answer, Amar? 13.049. Okay, good. So 13.049. Alright. 049. Because I got 044, but I think should be fine lah. Tak ada masalah sangat. Okay. So 049. What do you use for pi? Yang kuning tu kan yang 3.142, Amar? 3.142. Okay. Itulah sebab dia berbeza, sebab I use the yellow pi, right? So your answer is 13.049. Boleh terima, tak ada masalah dah. So now this is your answer for question B. That's it. Next, let us look at question 17, right? 17. Cos 2 theta equals to cos theta. Kamu nak cari jawapan in terms of pi, your answer in terms of pi. And then you are given that your theta is in between 0 and 2 pi. Okay. Now, I would like you to try this out also, okay? So I give you maybe 2 minutes. Tengok apa yang boleh buat, okay? What is your idea? First thing is that you punya cos 2 theta, you kena tukar jadi ada satu formula dalam you punya double angle, right? So now I give you the formula, you pick which one to use, right? Cos 2 theta equals to cos square theta minus sin square theta. This is 1. Satu lagi 2 cos square theta minus 1. Satu lagi 1 minus 2 sin square theta. Mana satu yang kamu nak tukar? Alright, I give you 2 minutes. Number what? Which one? Number 2, very good. So you kena tukar ni jadi number 2, okay? So now you can say that 2 cos square theta minus 1 equals to cos theta. I think you should be able to get the answer already, right? Try. Okay, 2 minutes. Okay, anybody try and get the answer? Ada dapat jawapan dia? 0, there's one 0, and okay, 0, 120. Ada lagi? 210. Bukan 210. 240. 240 and another one is 360. Very good. Tapi soalan dia minta dalam bentuk degree ke dalam bentuk pi? So maksudnya jawapan kamu 0. 120 tukar jadi pi. So maksudnya you can have to change to become radian lah. So apa nak buat? Multiply by pi over 180 kan? Okay, tell me what you get there. 2 over 3 ya? Betul? 2 over 3 pi. Okay? And then 240 times pi over 180, you're going to dapat 4 over 3 pi. And then what about 360 degree? 2 pi. Very good. So jawapan kamu dalam bentuk pi. Okay? Look at the question and please don't make silly mistake macam ni lah. Kalau you nampak soalan dia kata dalam bentuk pi, because you know already how to change to pi, kamu akan tukar jadi radian saja. Then you dapat you punya jawapan dia. Okay not? Boleh? Boleh ah? Okay, alright. Okay, so if that's the case, then kita tengok soalan yang satu lagi. Okay, one last question before we go on. Question 18, alright. Question 18 says that given that you have a probability distribution graph of a random variable of x, kalau you nampak soalan ni kan, kamu nampak benda macam ni. X, n is mu and then y kan. You have to understand that this is actually a normal distribution. X, n stands for the normal distribution. And yang first thing, this one is called the mean. Okay. What about the y? Y itu apa? Y itu adalah you punya variance. Y is your variance actually. Is that alright? Okay Y itu variance Okay. So bila kamu tengok bentuk dalam you punya, actually you can double check benda ni dengan you punya table. Okay. You punya table yang ada nombor-nombor berapa banyak tu kan, the normal distribution table, right? You will see this thing. Dia tulis mean and dia tulis macam ni. There's a standard apa dia punya variance, nilai variance yang kedua tu So now, if you look at your curve kan, do you know what's the value of mean ke? Apa nilai mean? 5. Mean adalah kat tengah tu. So that's your value of mean alright? And then next, question gives you that this is the value of x M tu adalah nilai x kamu. That's the value of x because it comes from this axis, okay? Paksi x. Okay, so maksudnya M tu adalah satu nilai bagi x. Question says that given that z score is k. So maksudnya nilai z sama dengan k. So question asks you to express y in terms of m and k. So artinya kamu kena guna formula z. Z is equals to x minus mean over standard deviation. Itu formula kamu. Apa nilai z kamu K kan? Alright. Apa nilai x kamu? M. Apa nilai mean kamu? 5. Apa pula you punya standard deviation? Okay, kamu tengok sini. This one is your variance. So, maksudnya standard deviation equals to square root of y. Okay, punca kuasa 2y. So, sekarang cikgu gantikan punca kuasa 2y dekat bawah. Okay? And then lastly, question asks you to express y in terms of m and k. So, cikgu terbalikkan tempat ni. So, I will have a square root of y equals to m minus 5 over k. And then now, the square root pindah sebelah. Y equals to m minus 5 square over k square. So that's my answer for question 18. Okay, this is something new also lah. Dia jarang-jarang keluar soalan macam ni. Okay, it's very rare. Okay, tapi kalau dia keluar lagi kan, hopefully that you can remember macam nak buat lah soalan begini ya. Do you have anything to ask me? Ada soalan mau tanya cikgu? For now, maybe not. Okay, alright. So, if you have any other questions kan, tak kisahlah if we are not having our class pun, you can actually just WhatsApp me ataupun just ask me, okay? Just personal message me pun boleh lah, alright? So I can answer you, right? At the meantime, sebelum kita tunggu kelas lah. Okay, so if there's no question to ask, question number 19 until question number 25, you try out on your own first. Cuba dulu sendiri. Okay, I'll see you next week. Cikgu jumpa kamu next week. And then online juga lah. Next week kita buat online juga, alright? I will continue with online class unless ada student yang request dengan cikgu. I mean majority kalau request we want to have it in the center. Okay, so you can tell me lah kalau kamu nak buat dekat center. If you want to make it face to face right? You can let me know, alright? Kalau tidak, I will just proceed with online class, alright? If not, you can tell me in the group lah. Bagi tahu dalam group tu lah. Kalau kamu rasa next week kamu nak buat face to face, you let me know. I want to do face to face macam tu kan. So if majority boleh face to face, then I can move it to the center. Alright, is that clear everybody? Alright, kalau tak ada masalah, I think that's all for tonight now. And all the best everybody. Take care. Okay, good night. Bye bye. Bye bye.